Hey everybody, it is Greg Kettner, the Master of Ceremonies for TEDxSPOKANE 2022. We're excited to have you there. If you haven't got your ticket, please do now because we have a fantastic lineup of speakers with amazing ideas and awesome stories that they're going to share with us. And today we have ALLYSON TANZER. How are you, ALLYSON?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for being on and looking forward to hearing your talk live. It'll be nice.
Soon.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So just kind of quick, rapid fire, 3 questions. Number 1, when you were in grade school, what did you want to be when you grew up?
So, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I knew I wanted to do something. So what I have in front of me here is a journal entry from January 10th, 2006. So about 16 years ago.
Awesome.
The bottom paragraph, I talk about how I'm going to be raising money for a 30-hour famine, which was a fundraiser that we were doing at the time. I keep track of it to the cent, $255.77. It's all so that I can. And on January 12th, 2006, I'm talking about how I can get the proper belay device. And I don't spell the word carabiner right even one time. And so I look at this book, I see myself so clearly. I see 14-year-old Allison, but I also see the person that she's turning into. And without having any notion or vague idea of what that was going to be, it's come about. I have recently raised over $7,000 via art sales for charity. I'm about to summit my 5th and final of the Washington volcanoes this next weekend. You know, I didn't have a clear idea, but I did have ambition and I did have support and I had luck and timing and all of the things that come together to make me an artist, pilot, PhD in progress, mountaineer, painter, photographer. And I've just cultivated that interest and curiosity. And the one thing that I'm most comfortable describing myself as is a learner. So I love to learn, and this little girl loved to learn. So what did I want to do when I grew up? I just didn't want to stop learning.
All right, question number 2, they're really tough. They're really hard. Why did you want to do a TED Talk?
I really felt compelled to do a TED Talk based on my idea, is the honest truth, is that the idea came first and the opportunity to do a TED Talk came after. I had a really incredible experience climbing mountains with 10 good friends. And some of the wisdom that came out of that experience led to my big idea, which I don't want to spoil, but which relates to how we get through life and how we get through the mountains and who we rely on and what we trust, and the role of trauma and the role of healing and all of those things. And so I was tapped on the shoulder by, of all people, my high school English teacher, who's also a curator of TEDx, when we reconnected online. And he said, I think you'd be great. So between that nudge and the idea that I had brewing as a product of my experience in the mountains and experience with nature, so was born the desire to audition. And luckily we're here. So.
And then finally, what is one thing that you want the audience to take away?
So there's a very obvious thing that I want my audience to take away from this, and then there's maybe a less obvious thing. And the obvious thing, and you're going to get this through the duration of the talk, is how do we turn towards each other? And I want people to turn towards each other. We've had a challenging last couple of years as a human species. And there's been alienation and polarization. So really the fundamental value of my talk is how it encourages folks to turn towards each other. The kind of secondary part of that is in granting that lesson, I really do try to position nature as a teacher so that we can approach these lessons a little bit more humbly than we would if we considered ourselves equal to nature. So in positioning nature as a teacher, my hope is that it inspires curiosity, inspires kind of a humility around nature, while at the same time still succeeding in having folks build connections with one another.
Those who are watching, if you haven't got your tickets yet for TEDxSPOKANE 2022, it's Saturday, October 8th, and get your tickets so you can come see ALLYSON and myself.